Awesome, mic's working. Hey guys. So what we're doing for the stream here is going through the event that's came out. It's the November event for Isleward, which means for the entire month of November, this event will be up. Uh Contrary to the last event, the October event, where you're just sprinting through the Crystal Caves on a horse or whatever. This event's going to be a little bit more complicated and definitely has a little bit more rules to it. So what I'm going to do really quickly is run through the rules, just going to talk through them, and then at the end of it, do a sample run. This should answer any outline questions that folks have, hopefully. And if you have any additional questions, just go to the thread, the Isleward sponsored monthly in-game events thread, or DM me, or whatever, and we'll answer those questions that y'all have. Prefer to do it in the actual thread because if you have a question, chances are someone else has the exact same question. So this is the November event. Again, runs for the entire month of November. It's called the Diamond Champion. The rules. We have 5 independent fights in total. The first fight will be against Bera the Blade. The second is Stinktooth, third Radulous, fourth Mog, and the fifth is against Nyx. Rules. No dealing damage during the fight. So many folks have asked me because they have really good necks with reflect damage. That would be dealing damage to the monsters, guys. And I hate to, because it's kind of arbitrary for me to say no reflect amulets, but the only way for me to there's a couple of reasons why I instinctually want to just kind of have it this way. The only way for me to definitively know if you misclick and deal damage to a boss is if damage gets dealt to the boss. So that's just what we're going to have it as. If any damage is dealt to a boss or any other monster, that could be the accompanying rats from the Stinktooth fight, or the Radulous snails, or even if you want to try to be cheeky and use a Harvest Life rune against a giant rat in the Stinktooth fight, or a bandit in the Bera fight. All of these means any dealing damage to any monster, any dealing damage in general during the fight ends the run. It's not disqualifying, but it ends the run without you succeeding in that fight. And if you do any of these things in the first fight against Bera the Blade, you get 0 points. So be weary, no reflect necklaces, and no dealing damage. Winning the fight simply means staying alive for a whole 2 minutes. This means I must be present, Saggy must be present, or Tribrid must be present during the fight, so that it can be verified that this is your one and only attempt, and for someone to time this. And once that 2 minutes is up, we'll just, announce it in game. Hey, you survived 2 minutes, whatever. Living for 2 minutes is how you beat the round. If you survive that 2 minute fight, if you do not die, you move on to the next boss. It is going to be consecutive. Bera is first, Stink is second, Rad third, Mog fourth, Nyx last. Obvious. If you die, the run is over. If you do not survive those 2 minutes, then you do not win that fight. Cool. There is no stashing, no running to your shared stash between fights. There is no buying items between fights. There is no trading with other players between fights. There is no fishing up fresh fish between fights. There's no looting things on the ground between fights. I should even put in here, well, I guess it's here. You're not allowed to deal any damage during the fights, and I'm gonna go ahead and make that uh or no uh fighting other mobs in between fights. Really? We'll get away with it. No fighting mobs in between fights. The reason I have this here is I'm the proctor for this event, and the last thing I want is you kill Bera, you kill Stink, Rad, and Mog, and you want to go restock on healing potions right before the Nyx fight. We're not playing around with any of that. It's going to be consecutive immediate fights. Once you start the competition, there's no logging out. Logging out would be breaking a rule, and that would end the run. No logging out when the competition starts. All fights must be consecutive and immediate. Hammering this point home, but doing it for a reason. No dilly-dallying between fights, no fishing, storing, stashing, whatever between fights. Those are disqualifying actions. Okay. You are not allowed to unaggro the boss. Uh, Once the fight starts, the fight starts. No redos, no unaggroing the boss, and obviously no cheating, no team fighting. It's a solo event. Surviving a fight will earn you points, and there will be bonus points if you survive the fight under certain winning conditions. We will get into how the points go later. Breaking any rules ends the run. When your run ends, all points are tallied to get your final scores. So you have a maximum of 10 points that can be earned from your Bera fight, 10 points that can be earned from your Stinktooth fight, 10 points from your Radulous fight, so on and so forth, for a total score possible of 50 points if you do this event perfectly. What is the prize? Custom named chess piece, which is pretty awesome. I have a link for the standings, and let's get into the scoring. Surviving each fight can net you 3 points, just on a base level. If you survive against Stinktooth, you get 3 points. Survive against Mog, 3 points. Bonus points. If you do not walk around during the battle, you get 1 extra bonus point. If you do not use an Innervation rune, cons, healing touch, roll rune, those are all bonus points. Not using an Innervation rune, that hit point regeneration rune, gets you 2 bonus points. If you don't use any self-healing runes, that nets you 2 bonus points. If you do not use a roll rune, which would be using a Nyxalis bow with that ghost or whatever that it spawns up, also 2 bonus points. So if you think about this, you get more bonus points by not using runes. So if you can walk around, if you're right on the fence of, do I win this fight, do I not win this fight? The easiest way in the world to win that fight is by using pop the 4 innervation runes that you have, use the cons rune, the healing touch rune. Super easy, makes the fight almost trivial. But instead of doing that, you could just walk diagonally, sort of stutter stepping the boss, making their physical attacks sort of flinched, for lack of a better term, and that will give you more points than if you just use runes. So this bonus point structure does incentivize walking around and dodging the enemy rather than just using cons. But if you've got to use cons, if you've got to use your HP regeneration runes, do it, because every time you win a fight, you're going to get a load of points, and it's better to win the fights. And the question is, how risky do you really want to be? A total of 10 points is the maximum able to be earned per fight. There are 5 fights. Therefore, a perfect score for the event is 50 points. And let's check out the other pinned message. If you end up with the same amount of points as someone else, the tiebreaker will be who survived the longest in that final fight. This fight is likely a Nyx fight to determine the winner. I don't think anybody's going to survive against Nyx. Yeah, Fuzzball, no aura sharing between in a party. The way, I'll go ahead and clarify that, I suppose. Uh, I have obviously no team fighting. But I'll go ahead and make this a little bit more clear. No, and I'll just get rid of the and so I have a couple more characters I can play with. No team fighting, no parties for sharing boons. No party, no team fighting, shared cons. I don't know how to word this. No team fighting, no parties. This is a solo event. Cool. Yeah, great point. Clarifying these things only kind of help make sure that everything is like really obvious. All right, almost done this lengthy explanation. So kind of where I'm thinking is I added this Nyx fight kind of last minute, and I'm doing it because we're gonna have a lot of people that win the Mog fight, and if you win the Mog fight, there's a chance that you run into having 4 people, 5 people, 6 people with, let's say, 38 points, 45 points, whatever, the same amount of points. We're gonna do a Nyxalis fight, and that's however long you can survive against the fight against Nyx is probably going to determine the winner of this, which should make pretty interesting. Uh, feel I can't read that so far away. Feet to the Twitch or feel to the Twitch. I thought Nyx was pronounced Nyx. Yeah, I don't know. What happened if Stink or Rad is dead? Then you wait, and you finished a fight. Then you wait. You just be patient. They do respawn. Um, yeah, I mean, good point. I guess it's a little bit of a longer wait. Mog waits aren't bad. Stink waits are 10 minutes. What are the Radulous rate waits? 10 minutes or 30 minutes or something. Um, yeah, it's just waiting. So I guess have an hour set aside before you start your competition. It's 10 minutes. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. We just wait. Yeah, good point. That might be a little frustrating, but that's all we can do. So examples of how points are calculated, instead of running through this because all of y'all can read, we're just gonna now run through a quick example of what one of these fights would look like. We'll calculate the points along the way. This is not my official run. Instead, this is just me showing how a run would be calculated. Uh, feel to the Twitch. Should I change my username to something readable? I don't care. I just have a second monitor far away and I can read the chat, but like I just can't read anything. Okay, let's jump into it. For this competition, for the sample run, let's use the hero that I'm not gonna use for the actual competition. We'll just use Saggy Bear. Yeah, we'll use Saggy Bear. This is a 99 res character, so a 900 armor. So I should be able to, you know, have some success, but it's not my best character. So the first thing I'm gonna do is have folks. Hold on, let me type a chat. I'm streaming on Twitch now. Streaming an example run for the November event. If you want to be in the video, come to the fountain. Um, so yeah, the runes don't matter. I don't have runes on here, but it doesn't really matter. Uh, do I have? Yeah, I've got rolls. I'll put my rolls on. Doesn't really matter. Why is my eggnog just stuck there? I literally can't drag my eggnog. Oh, there it goes. Weird. That was so weird. So I'll chill here for a second, wait for folks to show up. The first fight's gonna be against Bera. Heading to Bera. So I would just meet you at the fountain. Essentially, I'm gonna be saying things like, "Do you have any questions? Do you yeah, Siege, go ahead and type whatever you're gonna yeah, go ahead. Uh you know how Roblox has those speech bubbles over the characters? No, but I can imagine. Uh but that's what if we did something similar to that with that word? Yeah, that would be amazing. Kind of like RuneScape, right? That would be sick. Holy shit, everyone's showing up. Let's go to Bera. I'm gonna have to censor myself for YouTube. All right, so I would meet you guys at the fountain. I'd be like, "Hey, you have any questions?" I'd answer any questions that you have. Oh, what's up, NBC? I'd answer any questions that y'all have, and then we would do the fun slow walk, you know, to Bera. I guess I'll just go over general rules at the fountain, and then when we get to Bera. Oh, and another thing is like don't kill any mobs. Okay. So for the first run, I would be saying something like, "All right, this is the Bera fight, whatever." The one thing is like when it starts, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Like you can roll in or whatever. Like I'm not gonna penalize you for doing something like that. Oh, I should have a timer up. Holy crap, I should get a timer going. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh, this is a nightmare. Timer, I literally can't survive. Holy crap. How embarrassing. Well, I'm not surviving. I need to use the roll. I need to run. This is just bad. Oh God. This is so embarrassing. Yeah. See, okay. So I needed to like this is so embarrassing. If I die, it'll be so embarrassing, like literally. I'm dead. Okay, I didn't make it. Well, that's a bad example. That's like a really bad example. Uh, okay, let's say hypothetically I survived for 2 minutes. Okay, if I had, if I had survived for 2 minutes, I would have said in chat something like time, 2 minutes is up, GG, uh, your score is, and now let's calculate that score. So what happened during that fight? I definitely had to walk around, so I do not get that extra bonus point, and I used the roll rune. So I lose a point for walking around. I lose 2 points, or I don't get the bonus points. I lose 2 points for using roll. So I get 3 points for winning the fight, right? So I get 3 points for surviving the fight in this hypothetical reality. I did not use innervation, so that's 2 points, so I'm up to five. I did not use healing, so that's 7 points. But I did not get the bonus points for using the roll, and I did not get the bonus points. So Saggy got 7 points uh, as example. For this example run, GG, congrats on beating Bera. Time for Stink. So then we go to the Stinktooth. Okay. God damn. I did not think that I would like. I thought I'd be able to tank Bera. Like literally, I really thought I'd be able to just like tank. Sagi, how do you know how to do this? How to do what? Okay. So Stinktooth is dead. So in this situation, if Stink is just dead, I'm just gonna like we're just gonna do our best. I'm gonna say things like, okay, Stink fight is next. Uh, please, people, don't kill Stink. Doing a solo event, please. Uh, come to Stink if you want to be in YouTube video. I guess this is bringing up a pretty clear like issue that we're gonna run into though. Like there's gonna be like Stinktooth is gonna be dead. Like we're gonna run into situations for sure. Um, but it just kind of is what it is, you know. Wheeler's really hitting me with BB. Okay, so Fight starts. Wheeler. I hope Wheeler dies. So I'm not winning, right? So I'm stunned, so I'm gonna walk around. Do our best to survive as long as possible. Wheeler's really ruining my run here, you know. Uh, Wheeler's really just ruining it, you know. But I guess Wheeler, I Wheeler. No, no, oh my God, God, no, stop. This is madness. Uh, I'll have a reflect amulet on. Shit, I would have lost immediately because I forgot to take off the reflect amulet. All right, 13, 12, 11. You know, we're simulating a victory here. 8, 7, 6. This is so botched. I don't know if I even can like post this. 2, 1. Time. Barely made it before I died. Holy crap, what a close one. Beautiful. Beautiful. What a fight. GG's. Oh my God. Okay. So let's calculate those points. 3 points for surviving, 2 points for no healing runes, 2 points for no Enerve. I used that, so that's 7 points total for the stink fight, 14 points total for the two fights. And then for the sake of just explaining this, let's say I do the next fight, I die, and if you die, you get no points. So then I would get 14 points in total for the round, for the event. Cool. All right. Does anybody have ideas on what do I do if there's interference? I want to avoid like intentional interference, like if someone's losing the fight, if like a friend steps in and like causes interference. I doubt that would happen. But I don't want intentional interference to happen to cause a reset of the run. Well, anyways, we'll do our best with interference. We'll just try to announce to everybody not to interfere and just make sure it's super clear before the run starts. I am a little bit worried that this will be completely like a completely botched event because of how complicated this is to like just prevent interference from other players. But we'll do our best with it, guys. Hopefully, we get a clear winner. In like we had in the last event. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I'm gonna post this, edit this a little bit, and post this so everybody can get a better idea for what's expected from this event. All right, guys. Good luck in the November event. Take care. Bye.